So I'd like to add something to our notes from yesterday. And I spoke about it, but I didn't actually write it down. And that is the midline. And so there's this horizontal line through the middle of our sine function, which is called the midline. And what it does is it shows the two equal parts to your sine function. And it's also where the 3 points here are rooted on the same midline. And then from that midline is your amplitude height. Right? So it's an equation. And so any horizontal line is always a y equals equation. And since this goes through 0, the midline here is at y equals 0. And so we're going to add that to our examples from yesterday. Right? And so I'm going to use a highlighter to show where that midline is. Right? So again, right here, right through the center. Right? That's my midline. And so again, that's y equals 0. But when you have a vertical shift upwards, right, this piece right here, this plus d, that is going to be your midline. So if you notice on this graph that we did yesterday, where it was y equals the sine of x plus 2, this plus 2, which was our vertical shift, is now where my new midline will be. Right? And so you're going to start seeing that correlation happen. Right, so let's add that to our notes. All right, so in this case, it's going to be y equals a positive 2 for our midline. And then let's flip it over. And we had one other one yesterday. And again, because there's no plus or minus being attached here, there was no vertical shift. Right, my midline goes back to y equals 0. So for the following, or for the future examples that we do, we're going to add that as well.